Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. This is 81 Banana, your host tonight. And we're going to see another match of the group stage golf between Snake and Eclipse Task Force, ETF. We are in the Persian Gulf. We have still 1 minute and 42 seconds of countdown running. None of the teams has declared ready, so I believe we have still a little bit of downtime to the start. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have everything with you and ready to watch this stream together with me. Thanks for joining. And this is going to be a 6v6 PvP match. In case you're not familiar to this tournament, this is DCS World, one of the most realistic mill sims out there. I made to just get those beautiful skins of the Snake team. We're going to go through the pilots' names together to see who is flying tonight. I need to say I'm pretty much new to Snake. I haven't seen them flying yet, and I don't know how they have been doing. So I'm pretty much interested in seeing what these guys are bringing tonight. We have all F-16, one F-18, and I don't know if I have this skin because I have received only F-16's skins. So Mufat we have, Harmless and Alves in the first three ship, and the second three ship is built by Thrash, Late, and Spectic. On the other side, we have Hero Zalar in Iran, in South Iran, and we have fights on. Let's watch these guys and then get back to you when we have a little bit of more time and take a look at the ETF and see what these guys are flying and who is flying what. So we have a 3-ship takeoff. Sultan by a little bit of acrobatics. Okay, the other one is the other guys are waiting for a little bit of sequential. We're going to watch the blue team every round they take off. If we have 3 rounds, we see 2 times blue teams taking off, and 1 red team. If it's only 2 rounds, then we're going to have only 1 time each team. It's going to be fair. This is the best of 3. It means that the team who has the highest score here is the win. I mean, the bigger number of the wins of the rounds. And we may also have, let's say, a draw when 1 round is a draw, and every single team makes to win 1 of the rounds. So we have also such results. So it's not only a win, it could be also sometimes a draw. So the second 2 ship or the second sequence has just started. I think the F-18 is gonna take. The F-18 is going to take off a little bit later. This is also one of the reasons why teams bring F-18, just because they want to make sure that they take advantage of the very performant radar of F-18. The thing is that F-18 can see further and can give F-16s quite better essay that they have. And this is why people tend to bring at least 1 F-18 for the better of situational awareness. Hi, Mixu DCS. Welcome to the show. People are getting into the stream little by little. You haven't missed anything. Oh, do I have Ace's logo there, by the way? Oh, sorry. You're right. It's me. It's me. Typically. Now, fixed it. Thank you for that. You're right. You're watching the aerial combat competition, and it's right this way. But it would surprise me if I stream once and I have no hiccups. I hope the sound is good. You see everything out there, and have the game sound and everything. So let's take a look at the map and see who is flying on ATF side and what they are flying. So here we go. We have the pair of Letrobol, Dizzy, and Breeze and Riker are not flying with anyone else. They are just flying pair. We have Aspen and F-15, Strike Eagle, on the right side from their perspective, and Dormouse with another one going left. For Snake, as I said, F-18 is coming late, giving the SA. And then here we have a 3-ship spreading in a battle spread, and then followed by 2 F-16s. Let's see how these guys gonna separate. We have a combat zone, which is not round. It's not a bubble. It's, yeah, as high as you can fly, but you're just limited into this area. You get a warning once you pass the green line that you're aware of leaving the combat zone. You have the time to turn back. There is also one small bubble around each airbase, and if you have the feeling that you have the wrong loadout or anything there, you can land. You can just rearm the load and then take off. Again, you're not allowed to change the airframe, but you can land as long as you haven't left that bubble. Snake was quite fast. They got into the combat zone quite fast, and they're almost close to the center of the combat zone. Thanks, Rook, for confirming the sound is good. What would I do without you guys? I really appreciate it. So typically this is the F-15 or the F-15s that fire the first missile, just because they can fly very high. They can be very fast at high altitude, and the inertia that they have gives the missile the best push to fly long distance. And this way we usually see that, but we are getting surprised here that as I expected, the AIM-120 Charlie comes from Dormouse on the left side from their perspective, and then we have the SD-10 flying from one of the JF-17s. But it is something that probably the blue team is not thinking of, because they always think that F-15 does the first shot. They are going to go defensive with F-15 aspect, let's say, having F-15 in mind, and maybe just get surprised by these SD-10s. Let's see if it is the case. It is coming from high. It's not burning anymore. The burn time is over, but you see here, the dot, that is the airplane flying away from him. So this guy is good. Okay. We see the engine. He's good. Okay, F-18 is getting into the bubble. You can't just stay a long time outside the bubble. You have a certain time. I don't know how many minutes, but you need to get into that before the countdown is over. So you need also to be in the combat zone as soon as you can. A lot of missiles in the air, mostly from the red side. The red side is pushing these guys, or just bringing a little bit of disorder in to their formation. So this way, most of them are busy with those missiles, or going cold, or doing grinder. And here, these guys are I think trying to find the right formation. And deployed the tactic that they have prepared for. I missed. I was just looking the other way, and I think we just missed a shot here. We lost one. We lost one blue guy, but it's not that bad, because we have also the TAC view, and then we can get back to the TAC view later on and see what has happened, what we have missed here. So SD10 from Breeze on Harmless. Harmless replies back with the name 120C. At the same time, Dormouse fires on Harmless to Muffat from long distance. This is not going anywhere. This SD10 is probably dangerous, but if it is dangerous enough, it's not, because it has no juice at the end of its terminal phase, and with a little bit of G pulling, Harmless could evade it. Oh my God. We just hear lots of missiles in the air. Soon these guys are going to be out of missiles. They're not really conserving missiles. F-15, as we know, they just fly in pair. They take their time. They go back, go high, go fast, and come back and fire, while the other guys are keeping the front busy. Riker and Breeze going into the grinder, quite low altitude. On the other side, Electroball, because it has a safe distance, flies higher. And this is going to be a good SD10. I think it is on late. Let's take it. Here we go. This is Electroball's SD10. For you guys who are not familiar with specialities, ATF is flying JF-17. Oh no. That could be that you could actually avoid that. It was not that close, and it was not that dangerous, but this is a surprise effect. So we just lost another blue. It's getting difficult now. Alves inspect all on Riker and Breeze. Moffat has already fired on Riker. Harmless tries to just get a good position. If these guys make to just take advantage of this 3-1 situation here, while Alves is trying to keep the other guys away so that they cannot join up with these two guys and get stronger. If these three guys make to just bring one of these red ones here down, then they have a good chance to just come back. Another SD10. These SD10s are really dangerous. Harmless is flying into that. It's not doing anything. He is probably reacting very late. Wow, he was lucky that the missile was not following or tracking. Maybe because he was good and dived, and the missile just took the lead and went in the ground. So either good skill. Okay, this hasn't happened. Riker and Breeze are getting back to their friends. This is the best thing, best logical decision that they can make. Breeze, but gets back and tries to get a kill here because he has the chance. He was behind the mountains. He gets out of the cover and then goes on him because you see he's flying so high, you know, but he was already dead. He was already dead by another missile, so he saves that missile and get back to the friends. You saw that how high he was flying. Why? Because he went high to have the advantage over Breeze and can take over him and shoot on him on from top to bottom. But the guys on the red side help Breeze and make sure that he gets back to them safely. 6-3. It's getting difficult and difficult for Snake. Are they gonna sting? Are they poisonous enough tonight? Another SD10. Oh my goodness, these SD10s are really, really aggressive. Look at that. They have a short burn time, but they're really aggressive. From low altitude, quite low altitude, they're performing much better than Amram, and they're very hard to notch. And these guys trust the notch, which is not working well for them in that sense. We just also lost another guy we didn't see, so we get back to the TAC view once these guys RTB, and then we watch the whole thing. No casualties on the red side. Alves, let me see. He's flying high. He needs to get low because he's alone. He has one AIM-120 Charlie and 2 IR missiles. I'm so sorry. The sound is too loud. I hope that your ears are still somehow working. Sorry for that. So we low down here the sound. Not that the sonic boom hurts your ear. Electrobolt trusted the notch, but it also didn't work in that sense. Riker, I think he has a good chance to fire on this guy. He does it. He's low. Look at that. He's pretty much low. And he's coming hot. No. It's not okay. It's not okay. I don't know how high the AOA was, or how much let's say how high the G was as he was rolling, but barrel roll or high G aileron roll is not allowed in the matches. So at the end he was hit. All in all, good, but you should avoid to do this if you don't want to risk a disqualification. Good. 4 reds are flying yet, and this is ridiculous. This is kind of match that for me goes one way, and I think that Snake is gonna do much better in the second round. The first round is always when you don't know the opponent. Maybe you're not still warmed up. Things can happen, so it doesn't mean that they cannot come back. But this is what happened here is was very clear that after the first or second casualty that we had on the blue side, I was pretty much confident that it's going to be very hard to come back. But there is a second round, there's a third round, and you can always come back. Okay, this is there's something I didn't know, that the SD-10 in a real life a 2-stage missile is, which is not simulated in DCS. Okay, let's go to TAC view now, and watch what's happened from the beginning. I rewind and show you what happened from the beginning. The first 120 and the first SC-10 went off rail at the same time, quite synchronized, from Dormouse, and I think here it was, who was that? Hard to say. Let's go on them. It was Riker. Okay. Riker and Dormouse, first shots. Do it a bit faster. I think we've lost someone in the second round. A second pass, sorry. Or not. Here we go. It was trash. Thrash was trashed. Here. He was so focused on the center of the combat zone that he didn't count with Aspen shooting on him from that far distance. And then let's see what he did. No, he was going also for Aspen, some kind of, or for Dormouse. No, he was shooting at Dormouse at behind. And then look at that Amram. Look at this. This is Phoenix. This is not Amram. Look at that. 83,000 something feet. Unbelievable. 4 Mach in that altitude, and then it's coming down. Burn time is over. This missile is cooking. Look at that. 3.2 Mach. And then you have no chance in that altitude. And it's 37,000. You're not that agile there. And you can really evade that missile. So this is the power of F-15 at the moment. Unbelievable. Because F-15 has no problem at all flying on burner all the time. It has enough fuel internally and externally. So it's always no issue. Okay, sorry, gets back to here. And then when we just lost the next one. Still 6 versus 5. Breeze is chasing. Abort. Get back to Riker. On the other side, Electroball. In exchange with Late. Late fires earlier. But he's not defending well. First of all, he turns back into the missile, and he's quite slow, and then turn backs again. Not good. Here they have built left and right engagement area, kind of. Alves does the right thing and try to join up with the others because he just lost his wingman. It's not safe to stay there alone. that was the action. Breeze was trying to get back and fire on this high target. So I'm not sure if he saw Breeze at all, but it was not Breeze that took him down. It was Aspen. Look at that. 4.4 Mach of speed. And F-18 cannot get that high and that close to F-15. And then Riker on double shot on no one. Both of them didn't track. Lateral ball on Muffat. Also not a good defense from him. Alves is doing whatever he can and is successful here. At least one kill here. Good for the record. And the second one is the missile on Electro Ball. These guys were so confident that they are outnumbering. They were not careful enough. So Alves alone took two of them down. And can be proud of it. Absolutely. Well done. Probably shouldn't come back here. Over the top of the hill into the valley. Probably should exceed here behind that and turn back here while use of his engine, just because it's faster than the JF-17. But what I was talking about here, we don't see that often here. So it's at the limit of, I don't know how many times it was, how high the G was, so on and so forth. The AOA was not that much, but yeah. So this is. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is okay or not. I don't want to judge it, but we don't see it very often because you risk penalty. Let's get back to the DCS and see where these guys are. They are already very close to Lahr Airport, coming into formation. We go with Aspen. Can I take it? Come on, here. Okay, go for Aspen. And watch them land. First, when they land successfully and they come to stand still, then it's going to be a valid round, a valid win of the round, and we can restart, or the script will restart the server. Manatee Josh has just followed. Welcome to the community or my channel. We have a little bit of delay, couple of minutes, and this way probably you gonna see what I write before my sound reaches you. I put also the Discord server or the link to the Discord server of ACC tournament into the chat for you guys. So if you're interested to see or know how these teams are doing, the results and everything, you may go there and join the server. And even if you want to fly in these kind of tournaments, you can do that by going there and getting the information you need and apply for the next tournament next time. We just announce it and be a part of it. A little bit of advertisement. My own favor, if you're looking for a team to fly with in the competitive scene of DCS, just drop me a line here in the chat. I can also add the link to my Discord channel if you want to go there, apply yourself, and start flying with us. You're always welcome. I think the F-17s are landing first and then followed by F-15s. And touchdown. Nice. Here we go with Strike Eagles. Nice formation landing, even though there's no extra point for that. But it's always good to see something like this. This shows how well trained these guys are. They're flying for a very, very long time together. Something very good for team spirit. So, once the first airframe has landed successfully, a script will count down and then this server get restarted. So we are not showing you all these because DCS is gonna reload the mission and everything. I'm pretty much confident to change the score at this moment. And the red side leads 1-0, and I send you to a short intermission of 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to be back again with the second round of the match between Snake and ETF. And if you want to get anything to eat or drink, do that. Get back, don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you the second and maybe third round. Depends on the result of the second round, and we'll see how these teams will do in the next one. Okay.
Tomcat 556, fly heading 040, maintain 16,000, report field in sight. Alpha Bravo from 207.
13 miles. Fox 1.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm back again with the second round of the match tonight between Snake and ETF. If you have just joined the show, you just missed the first round, and ETF could capitalize over Snake. 4 of 6 return home successfully and safely. We just saw a couple of scenes that was very obvious for me. I think I hope that we are seeing a more balanced match tonight. I mean, ETF is a very good team. I'm not biased, but I have seen these guys very often. And I need to confess that I'm watching or streaming and watching together with you Snake flying for the first time. I can't judge by the first round, but I saw 1 or 2 mistakes which really ended deadly. And then when you start losing one airframe by one airframe, then at the end they are going to outnumber you. I hope that these guys taking care of their airframes better in this round, because it is the most important thing that you take care of your airframe before you go on and try to kill someone else. If you kill one from the other side, but you get also killed, it doesn't help your team because the balance is established again. So you need to always be careful and try to just kill as much as you can on the other side before you got down. And it could be that Snake is going to make a comeback and you see a different second round. And in that case, we will have a chance to see a third round tonight. The script is counting down another 1 minute and 40 seconds. Snake have declared ready, but ETF not. If it's not happening in the next 1.5 minutes, then the script decides when the team's gonna start rolling. I see one air brake is on. This is gonna be a problem. I hope somebody tells him. I don't know if it is okay if I tell him. We have also delay here, so if I write in the chat, I hope nobody is from both team in the chat, but somebody could tell him. I believe Asphalite is watching. If it is okay to let them know, you will tell me and I can write in the game chat, so maybe these guys read this. Another 30 seconds. ETF takes its time. 6 seconds to script. Okay, these guys roll 3 seconds earlier. Here we go. Oh wow. Look at that. What was that? What was that kind of takeoff? It went vertically on. One goes low, one goes moderate, and the other one goes up in the air. Straight up, and they're finding themselves at the same altitude, let's say. It's difficult when you fly high and then you have somebody under your knee. There's always a risk of collision. You need to have your wingmans in your sight. Okie doke. I can't find the right cam, so the second element has also taken off, and then it's gonna follow by Hornet. Last one taken off, flying back and try to play AVAX. For your information, there is no AVAX in this match or in this tournament. So this way, the SA plays a very, very important role. If you don't know where your opponent is, then you need to be very, 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 let's say, nervous because you're going to get surprised badly. So having and keeping a good SA is very important. ETF has a little bit of difficulties because F-15s have no data link yet, and they cannot exchange any data between them and the other elements. This side, it looks much better. All NATO aircraft and all enabled or simulated DL or data link, and so they exchange information. And that way, here, Septic can play a big role helping the team. So it's not that he's flying back, he's safe. He is also in his own troubles, but he's doing a very, very important role, or playing a very important role by giving these guys a good situational awareness. I hope that Snake is making to come back and wins that round, so we can see third one. Same formation both sides. Well, for ETF, more or less, don't change a working machine. But they come only with 4. What? They're flying only 4 guys. Can be. Okay. Why? Problems they needed to go? Very strange. Okay, so we have only 2 JF-17 each element, right and left. They're flying very high. and we have 6 on the other side. So this is going to be very interesting. The chance for Snake to capitalize over ETF in this round is quite high. If they save their airframes, then they have a good chance to win this round. We need to wait and see. Let's get harmless, see how harmful it can be. For sure, these guys are burning all the time. They want to fire one of the first missiles. Oh, F-15s got kicked by the script. Interesting. Oh. So, when you leave the home base, let's say here, when you take off here and go out of the home base, let's say you take off like this, you go this way and go out of the home base, and then you enter the home base again and through the home base, and then again out of it, you get kicked from the server because it's 2 times returning home. So they got kicked. So ETF should go 4 versus 6 this time. Harmless. Trying to harm Electroball and Dizzy. He was high enough, but even though this AIM-120C is not that fast as an F-15 can fire, I don't think it is a factor. Let's stay with it and see if it's doing any harm. I think they're good. They're down the cloud layer, but they're good. Yeah. This ST-10 is more trouble or harm than this AIM-120C, but he's also good. Harmless, recognize that, turns back and go away. Perfect. 2, 4, 5, 6 versus 4. We haven't missed anything. 2 ST-10 alphas in the air. One going direction, Buffett and Thrash, and the other one goes for late, I believe, but is not tracking anymore, I'm afraid. Okay, let's take this one. Come on. You guys need to do something. If this is tracking, it's going to be a problem. Is it tracking? Is it tracking? It's not. It's not. Okay. Wow. Tracking issues, SC10. New to me. I used to see that with AMRAAM, but not with ST10. It was more reliable. ST10 is turning back, doing a U-turn. Doesn't want to leave Harmless alone. He's probably getting the RWR from that all the time, and it's confused where it is coming from. These guys are more aggressive and firing one by one on these guys on the red side and try to just keep them busy and get closer to them. It is working so far. For me, Alvis and Late are very passive. You know what? They don't know. They probably don't know that the F-15s are not flying. They're looking for the F-15s. As I said, when you don't see your opponent, you need to get nervous. And these guys get nervous because they don't see any F-15 nails and they don't see the F-15 also on their radars. So they're asking themselves, where are the Strike Eagles? And this way, they're not engaging. Harmless is alone here. Shouldn't be. Actually, Late should help him. And Alvis can then search for F-15 or leave that to a Septic to do the job. They need to just take advantage of their numbers here and take one another red side down. Alvis, 120C, 27,000 feet on Dizzy. Dizzy is quite low. This AMRAAM is going to be tired very soon. Moffat, I hope Moffat is not separating himself as Harmless is doing at the moment. Late should come in and make sure that Dizzy and Electroball are not turning back to Harmless. Come on. Why Thrash is turning back and not firing on Riker? That high altitude. He could fire from bottom to top. Instead of that, he dives, just loses energy, and goes back without a reason. Septic takes the role and does a double tap. One probably on Riker, another one on Breeze. At the same time, Alves on Breeze. ST-10 from Riker on Alves. And quickly turning back. Let's take him. This is Riker. He's good. Also, Breeze is good. No casualties yet. Or did? Oh, we lost one blue. Yeah. We did have a casualty. Septic has a very good chance to fire on Breeze and take him down. But he's not doing this. Breeze is there under the cloud layer. He turns back. Okay, he just decided to just fire on Riker. Even though Breeze were a better target because he was flying head on and Riker is flying away. Let's see if this has enough juice to get him. Riker goes for a notch or dodge. Dodge and notch. Dodge. Notch. None of them. Down. It was not even the notch, so Riker exchanging late. Riker down. Late is probably also down. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Breeze alone versus 3. This is Breeze. Taken down. Four versus 2. Harmless has 2 actives, 1 IR. Let me give you a little bit of more gamma. Moffat is coming in. Is high. He's very high. He has a good chance to take down Dizzy from that altitude. Why Dizzy hasn't fired on him? She has enough actives. Gets surprised. Goes into the dive. Tries to go for a notch after the dive. Let's see if it does work. It's not low enough. But, wow. Why? Why is the AMRAAM flying that direction? It's so ridiculous. A second and 120 is notched. Perfect job. Perfect job. Moffat can save that. Not firing on him anymore before he got too close to her. And Electroball could help here with that ST-10. Too late. Dizzy is down. Now Moffat needs to just fly away from that ST-10. Flare doesn't help. Just dodge it, bro. Come down and dodge it. Harmless. On the last ETF standing. And it's over. Unfortunate. because of that script stuff. But when we say in the rules that you're allowed to get into your airbase zone and rearm and refuel one time, it means that the second time when you come in, you're going to die. So you need to make sure when you get out of it, don't fly through that again. It is logical, but you don't think of it. And then you go through the same bubble here a second time, and you get kicked by the script. Probably they wanted to just fly the way high and come back high, so just they get altitude in the turn, and that had happened. What a round. What a round. Let's get to the tag view and see what we have missed. This is exactly what happened to the F-15s. Look at that. They start here, turn, they're going out of the zone, and here they get back into the zone again. Boom, boom, boom. And then you can see the rest. Riker and Breeze with 2 SD-10. Here these guys are dodging that AMRAAM. They're very lucky here. Happens not much. Harmless trying to just flank them. Double tap from Septic. He did a good job. Here, it's very close to take down Riker, but Riker and Breeze are absolutely professionally flown. The second shot of Septic, I think, took down Riker. If not, no, not. Wow. And then Riker is getting taken down by late, and then also late by Riker at that. So we lost 3 here. Riker, late, and I think Breeze, we also lost here. It was Septic, right. And then we saw the rest, actually. They get rid of their missiles probably to lose weight. Didn't we have 3 people remaining? I think one lost the fight to the fuel. That's why they have fired all their M9s. Or they're flying close formation, maybe. Oh, yeah. They're flying very close, so we didn't really lose anyone. Close formation. Here we go. Descending for RTB or return to the other side's base. Yeah, that unfortunate happening balanced the match tonight, and probably Snake is going to make the land. I don't think that it's not possible with 3 people to have one valid landing. So we're going to see a third round. Late, thanks for following. Is this the late who was flying? Oh yeah, you're writing. He says, sorry about the error roll from before. New player didn't know better. Yeah, happens. Important to just brief the guys about the rules. Make sure that everyone in the team has just read the PDF and the script and rules, whatever. It's always good to just remind people from time to time, but it happens. I think at the end, it didn't really change the result of the round. If it were the other way, it could be an issue, but in that sense, it had no, let's say, active effect on the result of the round and the match. So I think that's going to be good this way, this time. And second landing. Nose will high for longer time. Very nice. And the Hornet is coming in. I'm awful with the camera view. So the good news is we see a third round. The bad news is I need to send you to another break. Why is camera doing this to me tonight? Okay. I moved to DLSS after a long time because I had difficulties in the beginning, and the stuttering in the picture is gone also. So I'm very happy about that. Good. So I'm going to prepare the third round. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be back in 2-3 minutes, and we're going to watch the third round together. So see you again.
Top Gun 556, fly heading 040, maintain 16,000, report field in sight. Follow the 14, cleared for visual overhead approach, runway 24, contact the tower at 60 and me at 3000.
Alpha Bravo from 207.
13 miles.
Back again. Thanks for waiting. This is the third round of the match today between Snake and ETF. We had, let's say, challenging second round for ETF just because they lost 2 Strike Eagles to a script function, which is not allowing you to re-enter the, let's say, home zone for a second time. The home zone is there to let you get back to your base once before you have left it and do a rearm refuel. But if you just get out of it and come back and re-enter, let's say, you're gonna be kicked out by the script. So it means that it's not re-entering that. That is the wrong phrase I use. You just not allowed to just get out of it and enter into that zone. As long as you're in the zone and not left it, you're allowed to land in your airbase one time to just things if you have just have the wrong armament, and so on and so forth. This way, it is 1-1 for ETF and Snake. Everything's going to get decided by the result of this match, this round, sorry. This is a best of 3, so this is going to be the last one. And this is going to be the decision. If you just tune in, this is 81 Banana, your host tonight. And I'm honored to have the trust of ACC tournament organizers to bring you this match live. We have a little bit of delay, but you're watching this quite live. Most of things is getting controlled by scripts. One script countdown to 0 and give you go, go, go if both teams are not ready by that time. For this time, Snake has declared ready, and we're waiting for ETF to do the same. What we're watching at the moment, this is the ETF team. Very successful and quite, let's say, relatively old team in the competitive scene, international based. Mostly flying JF-17, newly added also F-15 to their lineup, and operating very successfully. On the other side, we have Snake, also international. I've heard they have pilots from the Netherlands, Germany, and some more countries. So pretty much international mix. This is one of the beauty of DCS. One ask I have, if there is anyone from both teams flying at the same time and is in the stream, just leave it as soon as the fight is on. Means that the script gives you the order to fly. "29 seconds of script countdown time. ETF seems to be ready now, as the second F-15 has just joined the lineup in Shiraz International, in Iran, and Persian Gulf map. Lights on. Here we go. Okay, we see safe landing for this side. They're leaving the bubble around the base, not hopefully turning back and re-enter or enter. I keep saying re-enter for what reason, I don't know. And seems that it's all the same thing that the teams are doing it again and again. It is really difficult. I don't know if it is good if you just change your tactics in the middle of the match. But you're just trained enough to do this is different, but it is better if you have worked on one tactic. It's always good to stick to that, do small adjustments, but changing things on the fly is not recommended. But you've in case you have just trained it and you have different things you can switch between very quickly, and you have the pilots that they can do that. But we see that they are doing same stuff for ETF. I don't see any reason they need to change things because it was working. Last round was a little bit unfortunate because of the loss of two F-15s to that action. And for a Snake, they're probably confident that it's going to work this time. Take a look at the skin. So here we go. They have pilots from Turkey, Finland, Germany, Portugal, United Kingdom, and United States of America. 6 nations sharing the skin. Seems to be a pure F-16 squadron with the exception of one F-18. The skins that I have received are also for F-16, so I'm not sure if they have a skin for Hornet either. They have also skin in another color. I don't know the difference. It's probably something internal. The loadout is the same. The number of the active missiles is limited to 4. So these guys are forced to take 2 IRs with them. For the F-18, it can carry more missiles. So you have the 4 actives, and then you have 2 IRs. You can take more IRs with you, or a Sparrow. You see here, they have 2 Sparrow here also under the belly. But they have also 3 TALs, or was it 4, and he has fired 1. Why 3 TALs and not 4? Okay, let's see if TALs play a role. I'm not sure if you have TALs in the first 2 rounds. I didn't see any. Did you recognize any TALs, AGM 114 at all? Asking the chat. Snake, again faster in the combat zone. And Aspen spent 2 AIM-120 Charlies, Breeze, and Riker each spend 1 SD-10 on the left side from blue side's perspective. The left side of ETF is a little bit more stingy, or stingy at all. Dormouse firing 1 AIM-120C on Harmless. Let's see how much harm it can make. It is still cooking. 1,500 knots, 32,000. Let's take it. This can be really a harm. If it's not doing anything. Okay, he is turning cold and he's flying away from it. Stick. And watch Harmless. The thing is still too loud. This sonic boom is still too loud. No casualties yet. We see ETF is disciplinary flying in 2-3 ship groups. Harmless alone again. He's always on the right flank, trying to just flank ETF from the right side of them. Right side of the blue. And blue side here down the map can be a little bit more aggressive. At some point of time, you need to make to understand that this SD-10 is only following you and not a harm to you. Even though your RWR is crying, you need to turn back and get hot and help your friends. Harmless on Dizzy with M120 Charlie. He was low. Even though he was fast, he was low. You see, this is the velocity vector. It is quite big, but the altitude is too low. That way, this missile has no energy. Dizzy is doing a better job, 16,000-ish, coming down before he fired the SD-10 on late. Okay, these guys are gathering themselves and getting hot again. Should be closer distances, just like the ETF does. For the grinder I'm in. Harmless is fearless. He is the tip of the spear. He does close turns, stays there. Is not afraid of Aspen, which he should do. And he is getting altitude. And this is very dangerous here. 40,000 from Aspen. And he's probably firing on him very soon. The noses is still up. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Because he's high, he couldn't see the targets which are really low. That's why he didn't see probably Harmless, because he was close and low. And instead of firing on him, he fires on late. He had a much better chance to take down Harmless here. But as I said, when you're so high in relation to your opponent and so close, your radar can see him. And we don't have AVAX. This 120 smoking. Oh, no. Wow. Notch the last minute. Last minute notch. He trussed the notch and we lost another one here down on the map while we were busy watching. Late notching that AMRAAM. We get back to TAC view and just see what happened downside. because I can't pause the server. These guys are flying. So late gives a shot on whom I assume electro ball. It's okay. The shot is okay, but because the altitude is too low, it's not going to reach out and touch him. This is more aggressive on Thrash. Look how close it is. Flying kind of formation, but it's not tracking because Thrash is out of the radar scope of the missile. Also, when the missile is very long time in the air, it has no battery time and stops tracking. Okay, nothing's happening much. The teams are very, very patient. This is the third round. The winner of this round takes it all. That's why they're flying so carefully. What I don't like is that these guys are so separated. The red has a better chance here. Just fire on both sides, back and forth. And can just save more fuel. Riker on late. This is a good shot. Let's take it. But it's going to the ground because late is nose down. Okay, Aspen just recognized the potential here. Dormos is also there, so they are very, very dangerous here for Muffat. Muffat is a real danger, I think. Thrash up there. Oh, get down by Breeze. Breeze took Thrash down in an exchange. All coming on Muffat. Muffat is in big trouble. He is fast, but he's low. Let's see how he's dealing with it. He's not going high. Don't go high. Yeah. Yeah. Don't turn into the missile, at least. 6 versus 3. Lots of missiles on Riker. Riker on late. Late defends very well by going down and pulling the missile into the ground. Breeze has a good chance to fire. What he did, going down just in case. Missile is active already because the distance is close. And this missile is, yeah. Well done. Well done. Harmless on Breeze. Let's say how he is doing it. If he can take revenge on Breeze for his teammates' kill or not. He's on Breeze. You can see that. Breeze is there. Very low. Prepares for a notch. Missile is there. Missile is going into the ground. Maybe he's shooting next one. Oh, no. Missile didn't go into the ground. The burn time was over, and I thought the missile went to the ground. So well done. Harmless. Not that harmless at all. We just missed also the other scenes at the bottom of the combat zone. We're going to get back to that. So harmless alone. Riker on him. Who fires first? I go with harmless. And this is Riker head on. Wow. those flares were active, so the IR went for the flare. PL5 of JF-17 is very, very sensitive to flares. This is harmless. You're seeing missile flying around probably very soon. I think Dormouse will do the job. This is Dormouse. He fires into the furball. He's high diving down. Harmless is diving and get killed in the dive. And this is over. I'm very confident to say that ETF has just succeeded over Snake. Wow. Good show of both teams. We saw a very constant performance of both teams throughout the 3 rounds. Let's get to the attack view and see how they were doing. I just rewind and replay that for you. A bit faster to start. And okay, here one TALD was fired, and that's why. Okay, the TALD was fired probably from out of the combat zone. It's not a load. That's why the TALD exploded, and we didn't see the TALD in the air, and we were missing one TALD under the wing of Septic. First missile exchange between Dormouse and Harmless. It was a good shot from Harmless. So brought Dormouse into trouble. He needed to lose altitude and go cold. At this moment, Septic should go high and drop those TALDs. What is he dropping here? Containers, okay. Why did that form? It's a little bit ridiculous. Okay. It is too low and too slow for TALDs, but maybe it was a good time to drop one of them and then go cold. He just waited too long and got surprised. Yeah, F-18. You can't get that too close to F-15 or JF-17, which is flying higher or faster and has SD-10. So you need to take that into consideration, what kind of weapon your opponent has and how those weapons and those airframes work to decide how close, at what altitude and speed you can get to these guys in what aspect. While Muffat and Always are down there, here late exchange missiles with Riker. Here we just had a very nice maneuver from late. He stays on Riker, follows him harmless on his wing. I think here we just lost Moffat exactly as we saw in the stream. Late again did a very nice job in notching that missile, and then is so confident to fire on Breeze, and yeah, unfortunately got took down, and we just lost Alvis here. We just missed that scene probably. Yeah, Dizzy was also doing great in notching that missile. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. I can't stop watching it. Always high, firing, going down, going to the notch as low as possible. Boom. Beautiful. And you saw the rest. Look how many missiles still Electroball has. Just fired 2 actives all the way. And Dizzy has also still 2. It's kind of ridiculous that sometimes JF-17 fires the missile so asymmetrically. Pretty strange. ETF did a good job. It was a bit difficult in the second round, but only 4 airframes versus 6. It is unfortunate, but it can happen. But they came back in the third round for sure, and then made sure that they just win the round, and with that, they are going to secure the result of this match. I'm taking a look at the... Yeah, sure. Mixu DCS, thanks for being here and watching. I'm going through the schedule and see what is planned. So a Snake versus ETF today. I think, yeah. Tomorrow we have another match, and it is between Team Whatafuck and Fully Turked FTQ at 1900 Zulu. It's gonna be streamed by AlphaGator, and if you are not following him, please do that. When you go to my channel, I have just added the link to his Discord, to his Twitch account down the page. So it's gonna be tomorrow. Then from the ACC tournament, another confirmed match is gonna happen on 2nd of March. I'm gonna stream it also. It's gonna be G66 versus ETF. It's going to be very interesting. Same time as tomorrow's match, 1900 Zulu. So stay tuned and just make sure that you follow this channel so you get notified once I go live. And when we have the other 2 matches tomorrow and on 2nd of March, then I think we don't, we don't have any others, just because two teams in different groups just drop off the tournament, and then this way a couple of matches are not happening. So with that, after these two matches tomorrow and the 2nd of March, we're going to close the second stage of the group phase, and then we go into the playoffs in two divisions, and then qualifiers in two divisions, and then the finals. The dates are not published yet, so we need to wait and see when and who is flying versus whom. I think we could go and change the score to 2 for ETF. I'm pretty much sure that these guys are going to land safely. I stay with Aspen and the Strike Eagle. Somebody's going down very fast and try to land. I think we had the first touchdown here. Good match tonight. I'm happy we had the chance to stream it and watch together with you guys. Solid touchdown by Aspen. Nice formation landing. 5 people get back home, which is speaking for itself. Lovely. With that, we're at the end of this stream tonight. Before the server kicks us out, I say thank you to you guys for spending the time, round about, I think, 2 hours with me. And we're so patient with all the mishaps. I'm awful in camera views, and make sure that you follow AlphaGator also to get notified for the next matches. And see you again here during the tournament, and also others. If you're interested, I always update my calendar here on Twitch. You can always know when I am streaming what, and I hope that you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe and see you soon, guys.
Top Gun 556, fly heading 0.